The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon. My name is Tracy Nyer, and I'm with the Virginia SBDC. I'll be your facilitator for today's webinar. For those of you who are not familiar, the Virginia SBDC is the largest and most effective provider of customized counseling and education for small businesses in Virginia. Most of our services are offered locally in 28 locations throughout the Commonwealth. Today's webinar is one of our educational offerings and is part of our ongoing webinar series, Google and Beyond, Marketing and Managing on the Web. Today's topic is how to create an affiliate program for your small business. All of our Google and Beyond webinars are presented by Ray Sidney Smith, a web and mobile strategist, author of Solo Mo Success, Social Media, Local and Web Small Business Marketing Strategy Explained, and president of W3 Consulting. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type those questions into the question window and Ray will do his best to answer them. Without further ado, here's Ray Sidney Smith.
Thank you, Tracy, and thank you to the Virginia SBDC for having me here on the Beyond Google Marketing and Managing on the Web series. Just a couple of housekeeping items. If you have questions about this topic, please feel free to put those into the question window, and Tracy will go ahead and field those questions to me, pass them along to me as necessary as we make our way through today. If you have questions after the webinar, you can always tweet at me at W3 Consulting, hashtag it Beyond Google, and I am a Twitter fiend, so I'm always there. I'll also have my email address on the final slide, so if you want to email me, feel free to go ahead and do so as well. And finally, follow at Virginia SBDC's Twitter profile as well so that you can stay abreast of upcoming programs and other resources that they provide for Virginia businesses. And so you can take advantage of those by getting that information there. Today's agenda is that we're going to talk about some of the best practices for developing an online affiliate program for your small business and some of the requisites necessary for you to be able to do something like this. Then we're going to talk about some of the techniques for managing your affiliates, getting those affiliates, onboarding them, and really supporting affiliates so that they can be effective for your sales. And then we're going to talk about some of the tools that are available for you to be able to set up your affiliate business from marketplace based programs that have all of the features without you doing anything to not doing anything, but them doing the predominant amount of the work of finding and managing affiliates to other programs where you can self-manage them, including if you have a WordPress website and how that can actually work out. I'll leave a few moments at the end for Q&A, but I'll be happy to stay for as long as we need to in order to answer any questions. And that'll be today's agenda. That's what we're going to cover. So let's start off with what an affiliate program really is in a small business. And most people recognize the old-fashioned customer loyalty programs. You might have a card at a retail register where people stamp those, or they have a hole punch and you get enough of those and you go ahead and get a free coffee after X number of purchases. That's not what an affiliate program is, and it certainly is not how it works on the web. So I want to kind of debunk some of these things so we're all on the same page. So an affiliate program is incentive based, meaning that you're paying either in actual dollars or in free product or service to someone for campaigns on behalf of your business. These are people outside of your company, right? And so it's not a customer loyalty program, although we'll talk a little bit later about finding affiliates, and sometimes customers can be really great affiliates, but it's not a customer loyalty or referral program. What it really is a performance-based sales team. So what you could do in that same kind of offline capacity, if you printed business cards or some kind of card and gave 100 of them to each of these affiliates, and every time that someone came in the front door of your office or store and handed that card to you, it had a unique code on it so that the clerk at the counter or you knows that that card came from that particular affiliate, and now you can pay that affiliate either a percentage of the overall sale or some specific commission amount that you decided upon for every single card that comes in the front door and makes a sale for you. Okay, we're basically translating that construct, that analogous offline method to the online world. And what that means is that you're not limited by a wide variety of different limitations, right? Resources, being printed materials, and having to support people in all kinds of manner, but also the reality that you can open this up to anyone in the world who can sell your product. And so you can think about it from the perspective that you can only sell so much. If you have people who are in your retail space selling your products or service, or in your office selling your products and services, if you're capable of selling on a website, then you are capable of having an affiliate program. And this is performance based, right? So this is not something where you're just paying someone to sit around, and if they make a sale, great. If they don't make a sale, you're still paying them. This is only when they're performing the actions that you want them to, that are going to provide a benefit to your company. So this is a very, very powerful construct. There are some requisites, of course, right? You have to have a website, and you have to have a website that can, in some way, shape, or form, track the movement of people to your website, from where they're coming from. And we'll talk about the technological components of this later, but really, you have to have a website, and you have to be selling something that you want to be able to show conversion, so that you can see what is going on right in the background. All right, so why would you develop this? So like I said, you have to have a website. And but if you sell a product or service online or offline, sometimes people think that affiliate programs can only be for products that are capable of being sold through your website. But as I just detailed before, a printed card that walks in your front door can also verify a sale that happened through the web. So there are some ways, also what's called pay-per-call, and I'll show you this later in the webinar, where phone calls to a specific number for your business can also be tracked, so that you can pay affiliates for the calls that they're generating to your business. So one, you need to figure out whether or not you have enough margin to support a commission, right? So many businesses, if you're starting out, you're just new, you're bootstrapping, you have to be very, very conscious of the fact that you need to be able to pay a percentage or flat fee to an affiliate for bringing a sale to the business. Well, what's your current margin? If you don't know what your profit margin is, then you need to go to an accountant and figure that out. Because if you don't know what your margin is, then you could potentially be giving away more money than you'll ever make on the product, and therefore be constantly losing revenues. Now, there are a couple of things downstream that are really important, right? So you may actually use an affiliate program to as a loss leader, right? Because the initial sale on that product might be the margin may be very low or even negative, right? You may lose money on that first sale, but that customer may be valuable enough in the long tail, right? Every purchase they make thereafter, where you're not paying a commission on it, that it becomes worthwhile. So you really have to crunch the numbers and figure out whether or not the margin on the life of the customer is good enough for you to want to be able to use an affiliate program. Okay, so again, if you sell products or services online or offline, it has to have enough margin to support a commission. And then, of course, there's the reality that you may not be priced effectively. Many times I see, especially in service-based businesses, you tend to lowball your pricing, right? You don't charge enough for what you believe you are maybe worth less, on the market, because you haven't been out there long enough. But the reality is that your prices are too low in general. So maybe you have to increase your prices, and maybe that's on your products and services. Next up is that if you are developing an affiliate program, you're not hiring employees, and therefore there's no salary to pay. You pay for only the performance of the sales that are being brought into the business. And this is really important to kind of have settle in. Now, this is not some fly-by-night scheme where you throw up an affiliate program and then all of a sudden you're raking in the dough, right? You really have to put in the work. You have to manage your affiliates, as we'll talk about shortly. And this does take some time, cost, resources to be able to make happen. But you're not hiring employees. You don't have any baseline expenses for employees, and that means you're not having to pay payroll taxes and benefits and those kinds of things. So this can actually be a really effective mechanism for a lot of businesses, and or a supplement to a current sales force that you have. So figure out whether or not this makes sense for you based on those two things. Is there enough margin for commission? And if you're paying for performance, is this the right method for being able to sell, on your website for your business? Is having a sales force better, or is it better to actually have, these affiliates who are basically 1099 contractors who are capable of being out there and being champions of your product or service? All right. So this takes us to really the construct of finding affiliates. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit in reverse order because I want to talk about the stuff we need to talk about on slides, and then I'm going to hop over to the some of the products and tools. So I'm going to talk about setting up last, and we're going to talk about some of the fundamentals of setting up the program first. And one of the things that people frequently have a problem with is, of course, finding affiliates. How do I find these people who are going to be selling for me? And there are some really great ways to do this, and I just want to cover some of them because I think they're gonna help you brainstorm other creative ways to find affiliates. Okay, so the first and foremost way, as I said earlier, your affiliate program is not a customer loyalty program. But many times, your past and current customers, colleagues, and friends can be your best affiliates. That's because they know your product, they know you, they know your business already. They've experienced the product, and if they're interested in becoming an affiliate, when you offer that, if ask them about their interest about that, then they're likely someone who had a great experience with your product or service in business, and therefore would want to tell other people about the great product or service that you have. So it's kind of a mutually beneficial thing because they get the recognition, but they're also capable of making money off of that. Many times you can actually look to the people in your community who are natural opportunities to be affiliates, right? So you walk into the local technology retail store, right? Those people who are retail sales managers, if you sell a product that's complementary to that, then that person who's a sales manager salesperson on the floor of that retail store, well, they already have some experience with sales, and maybe they would be interested in becoming an affiliate. So just meeting people who are out there in the community who are in roles already that are pseudo sales or specifically sales can be potentially really great affiliates as well. So look at your past and current customers, look at colleagues, look at people who you connect with, maybe even vendors who might be selling you source materials for that you then manufacture, or source materials for running your business. But if they're there to support your business and at some point they're able to actually also sell on their website or through their email lists or otherwise, then maybe they would be good to be them. Now, the ultimate question always is, I ask you, hey, Tracy, do you want to be my affiliate? And Tracy says, no, I'm not interested. Then your question is, well, who do you know that might want to be? Right? So it's not about necessarily Tracy choosing to be an affiliate all the time. It could be that Tracy actually knows 3 or 4 people who would be potentially great affiliates for my business. And so therefore she can now introduce me and refer me to those people who then can become affiliates. All right. So use your network for that purpose. Next is finding and soliciting influencers on social networks, blogs, YouTube, and podcasts. Now, this is we could spend an entire hour on just talking about influencers. I'm going to try and boil this down to a couple of really important functions. One is today we have many social networks, but we pretty much have a top tier of them, right? We have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest. and Google Plus, and then Twitter, right? And so we have these social networks, and there are people on those social networks who have influence over other people. That is, when they post stuff, people read it, comment on it, engage with others in those posts, and continue to engage with that content and those people, right? Because they consider them experts, they consider them entertaining, they whatever the reason is, right? uh, your goal is to find those people who are speaking to your target audience and connecting with them so that they may want to become affiliates, right? Because if you share even just a small portion of the overlapping target audience, right? Part of their community, the people who follow them and engage with them, and your target audience in your community overlap, even if it's a small portion of that grouping, that's still worth it potentially for the affiliate to get those people to buy from you to make the affiliate money. Okay, and then of course you're obviously making money because the affiliate's making money. So you want to go out there and find that. Now, most people think of influencers and they think of celebrities. You have to go after Beyonce or somebody who's a big celebrity name. That's actually not true. You could have influencers who have just a couple hundred followers or a couple thousand followers, and they could be the most lucrative affiliates for you because they're not getting the attention of the big brands coming to them and asking them to hawk their products, right? They're looking to make money through their influencing, but they are not necessarily getting all of the attention. But if you share a target audience, then you can approach them and they'll be ecstatic to be able to do that, which means that they'll hustle for you. You know what I mean? They'll have the energy and the motivation to want to do what's necessary to be successful as your affiliate. And if they have, again, high engagement metrics, right? They're getting many people to engage with their posts, and they have a high influence metric, then that's a good thing, because then they have very limited options, right, from bigger people coming after them, and they're more likely to listen to you. So look for a good mix. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with you going out there and looking for big names as well. You know what I mean? You can go after big celebrity names if you want to, but they're going to have agencies behind them who are going to require uh, certain dollar amounts, whether or not they sell anything for you. So that's not going to be as effective for you as some of these mid-tiered, smaller influencers that are out there. Anyway, my point though is you need to go across social media as a whole, right? So that's going to include social networks, blogs, YouTube, podcasts, and so forth. And you're going to search for them. You're going to search them out and make contact with them. As I make a note here on the screen, the magic is in the direct messages, right? The reality is that all of that stuff that is public posting and the comments and everything else like that, that's all song and dance, all right? It's performance. But the business of how you're going to approach these people is going to happen in the direct messages. You're going to send, either if you have their email address, you send them an email. This is all happening in private, right? This is not happening out there in the public world. So you're gonna send a direct message on Twitter or direct message in Instagram, and you're going to approach them with a direct offer of, maybe read some of their blog posts, read some of, look at some of their Instagram posts and see the engagement. Show recognition to them for the fact that they're garnering a strong audience, and then say to them, I've developed an affiliate program, and I would be very interested in you joining us. Here goes the details of the program. Be short and sweet, and then give them a link to be able to sign up for it. Okay, so you're going to go out there and find and solicit those influencers through all of these media. You want to have a very diversified group of people. You don't want to just have bloggers. You don't want to just have a few Instagrammers. You don't want to have a few Snapchatters. You want to have podcasters and YouTube folks, and you want to have a wide variety of people who are capable of sending your message about your products and services out there to the internet as a whole and the world as a whole, and then to be able to drive that traffic back to your website for sales. Did we have a question? Okay, I'm going to move on. You can also use an affiliate program that has an affiliate pool, and I'm actually going to talk about a few of those as we get to the latter part of our discussion today. So there are affiliate pool marketplaces, basically, where or associate program marketplaces where they already have lots and lots of affiliates who are looking for products like yours, and so all they're doing is matching you up. So there are these programs where you can do that. So you can find affiliates through those affiliate pools, and that does all of the matchmaking for you. Okay. Next up is some of the other creative ways in which you can find affiliates. You can post on Upwork. Upwork is a freelancing portal where you can post jobs and other kinds of things that you need people to do. And in this particular case, you're not looking for a job per se, but you could post on Upwork and ask, and other freelance type websites, and see if there are any people on there who are in your industry, who are, or maybe not in your industry, but maybe they're content writers, but they show an interest in your industry, or they are videographers, or people who have the ability to get in front of people, and see if they're interested in becoming affiliates. It depends on your market and your world, but I certainly think you should at least look at Upwork and see if there isn't a potential for you to get yourself in front of some affiliates there. Next up are, especially for local businesses, if you're looking for local people, you can post on Craigslist. There's Nextdoor, which is an online social network for for neighborhoods, very specific neighborhoods. So if you cover a very specific neighborhood, you can go ahead and do that. And also community lists. There's an email list for the various neighborhood homeowners associations and neighborhood watch groups and forums of that nature. You can go ahead and connect with some of those people if you're allowed to post an email to those lists, or post a post to those forums. You can go ahead and say, hey, listen, we're this local business and we're looking for affiliates, and if anyone's interested, go ahead and check out this material. I would always highly recommend that you create a page on your website. And I'm going to show you some of the big brands, how they do it very shortly. And so I highly recommend you create a page on your website that just talks about the program, right? It's literally just a sales landing page to tell people about the program, and then publicize it via your social media on the regular, so that people who are potential customers, people who are past customers, people who are in your community, you never know sometimes who the people are that are regularly resharing your content, or are highly value you as a business, or you as a business owner, and want to help you, but they just don't know how. Maybe they're just not sociable in that way, and so they don't interact or engage with your social media content very much. But maybe being an affiliate gives them that opportunity, or it gives them a reason now, right? Because before they weren't really interested in sharing your content because it didn't benefit them in some way, shape, or form. But by becoming an affiliate, now they get something out of it, and even if it's something nominal, it still feels like they're getting the type of remuneration that they're looking for in order to be able to share your content. So affiliates, can then sometimes become your best content sharers, because they're now getting the payment and the benefits of being an affiliate. So something to check out. Another thing you could do is poach from your competitors, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I mean it in the sense that you can actually go out there and look for people who are already linking to your competitors' websites, and I can just actually jump out here really quickly and show you how this works. So there are tools. This one just happened to be one that I found on here, but if you go to smallseotools.com/backlink checker with a hyphen in it, and here what you could do is you can, in essence, type in your business website name. So I don't know why it's not letting me type in here, but basically you would type your, here where I'm circling, you would enter your business name in here, and then you would click on check backlinks. And what you will see is all of the links from other websites back to your website. Well, what you would do for finding affiliates is that you would actually go and type in your competitors' websites and see who links back to it. And so you can find blogs and podcasts and maybe some Twitter users. Look at those people who are linking back to those competitors' websites, and you might find some affiliates. And don't be shy about this, and don't think that an affiliate who links to your competitor will not be a good or great affiliate for you. Many times affiliates have review websites where they're reviewing many different products, and to show their impartiality and their authenticity, they will be affiliates for many different businesses. So don't limit yourself by saying, oh well, if they're not going to be loyal to only me, then they can't be an affiliate, because that's short-sighted. You're going to limit the number of people who will be great affiliates for you and send you good traffic, if not great traffic, and therefore great sales and revenue, just because they're not exclusively loyal to you. You really can't have that in the affiliate world. So yeah, something like this. You can use the backlink checker. There are many of these tools online that will give you these links from the various websites, blogs, podcasts, other websites back to your competitors' websites, and you can see who's doing that. So that's just one way that you can do it. So you can kind of poach from your competitors that way. All right. So let's talk a little bit about onboarding affiliates. And so, once you've found some affiliates, it's not in this order, but say, for sake of argument, we'll go from finding affiliates to onboarding your affiliates. And the first thing you're going to have to really think about is the sign-up process, right? And a lot of this has to do with the platform that you're going to choose. I'm going to talk about that in a bit. But you're going to decide on how and what the affiliates need to do in order to get signed up and on the platform, right? And this might include giving some level, you want to make it as easy as possible for them sometimes. But then sometimes you actually want to make it a little bit difficult if this person has no idea about your product, and say your product requires quite a bit of facilitative sales. Maybe it requires some consultation and discussion before someone buys it. You don't want just any person being an affiliate, right? Because then they're going to come to the affiliate's website, right? Blog, podcast, whatever. They're going to ask them a question, and that affiliate's not going to know the answer. So maybe you want them to be at least aware of the industry, the product, and what have you. And that's one of the reasons why you look for influencers who share the same community, who have a certain level of subject matter expertise in yours. So if you have a toy store, you should probably find influencers who are huge toy fanatics, right? If you have a comic book shop, you want to find somebody who is a comics fiend, right? You want to really find those people, and so that way they have a level of expertise, but experience in explaining these things in simple terms so that people can feel more comfortable with the purchase process. So you may want to have a quick couple of questions that you ask them, but you also might want to ask them, what websites do you currently run and operate? What are your Twitter profiles, and how many people follow you? Right? You might want to ask a number of different questions. So start to think about what the sign-up process really looks like for you, and what information you need from the affiliate in order to be able to make them, bring them on board very, very quickly and easily. And that might mean they have to spend 10 or 15 minutes filling out a form, but then you have all of that information upfront. You don't need to spend a lot of time going back and forth with them, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this piece of information. I need that." Make a list of all the things that you need up front. All right. Next is, how much is the commission schedule that you're going to be providing to each affiliate? And this really comes down to whether you decide on a number of different things and how your actual business runs. So if you have a product or service where it's a one-time fee and people pay that fee and they get their product or service, great. But what happens if you have a membership or subscription fee where someone pays a fee on a regular basis, whether that be monthly or yearly? How are you going to pay the affiliate for that? Are you going to pay them only for the initial sale and not for any of the future sales? Or are you going to pay them every time into perpetuity that person stays on as a business? And therefore, is that affiliate going to do some level of customer maintenance? Are they going to do some customer support there? Because obviously, if that customer has an issue and has a question, who do they go to? So you need to figure out who goes to whom for what, and why would you pay that affiliate for that, right? And there are lots of reasons for that. Maybe the affiliate has a complementary business, and they're sending you business for one part of the project or product, and they're providing the service. So as long as they continue doing the right customer service, they can keep getting revenue from you, as long as that customer stays a customer of yours, right? So think about the long tail, the customer cycle, 360 customer cycle, as they say. You want to think about all of the parts of the customer's journey to getting that problem or desire satisfied, and think about how the affiliates could be paid based on that, right? And we'll talk about commission schedules shortly in terms of percentages, and see what other major folks are doing, and you can adjust accordingly. Okay. Next are some of the more mundane components, but you have to figure out a payout schedule. Are you going to pay weekly? Are you going to pay semi-weekly or semi-monthly, that is, or are you going to pay monthly, that kind of thing? And then what happens when people have chargebacks? They pay something and then their credit card doesn't work and then they get a chargeback, or they ask for a refund, or any of those other things. You have to kind of figure those things out and make a decision how that impacts your bottom line, and so that you can make sure that you're not losing money because your affiliate is sending you poor traffic or poor customers, and those poor customers are then costing you money on the long end, because you're going to pay your affiliate. Well, have you decided that if you get those refunds and chargebacks, are you going to take that out of the affiliate's future income? Right? So you need to make all those decisions kind of up front, so that you can make sure that you stay above board, communicate that to the affiliate up front, and then make sure that you adhere to that plan going forward, so you're not losing money. Then there's, of course, all kinds of tax reporting and other things. I will disclaim, I am not a tax advisor. You should talk to a professional tax advisor about this situation. But in general, you're going to have to report to tax authorities how much you're paying these people, typically through Form 1099 reporting to the IRS. And as I understand it, if you pay them through PayPal, which a lot of these platforms allow you to do, PayPal actually manages all the 1099 reporting, so you actually don't have to do any of it. All you have to do is pay them through PayPal, and then PayPal does the rest. But again, no guarantee. I'm disclaiming, you see your tax accountant or tax advisor for the appropriate mechanism for doing that, but you got to figure that out. And many of these platforms, again, they help you do that, but I just want to make sure you're aware. All right. Next is communicating with your affiliate. Now, this is like so important in as good a Valley Girl way I can say it. But your affiliate is being communicated with on many, many levels. And so that comes down to your website to start with. So first and foremost, when you make that initial communication with an affiliate, or they land on your website, you need to have a competent, professional website that has the capability of converting sales. If it does not already have that, then you need to talk to your web developer, web designer, graphic artist, whomever you work with, in order to make sure your website is solid. Because if an affiliate gets communicated the message that website is not going to be able to convert sales when they send traffic to your website, then they're not going to become an affiliate, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Two is that your affiliate is going to either get some kind of benefit for sending you sales. And the important part for you is to figure out, does that affiliate need to experience the product or service? Have they experienced it? Do they need to experience it? So you may decide, if you have a physical product, you might send them a free sample of that product, or you might ask them to come in and get a free service, or provide that free service to them virtually, however you do it, so the affiliate can experience it and therefore be able to sell that product better because they've gone through it, they've experienced it, they've used it. Okay, so it's very important for you to be able to figure out those things as you're communicating with your affiliate. There's nothing more important than being responsive to affiliates while they are not employees. You must treat them almost like they are when it comes to communicating with them. Okay. So this may mean when they message you on Instagram or they message you on via email or however they're communicating with you, you have to be there for them, especially if they have a client who's potentially going to come to you and buy imminently. They want to be able to get those questions answered very quickly and professionally, so they can then just literally copy and paste your message and give it to that person so that they can then convert. So you need to be very responsive. Also, show gratitude. So many times affiliates are kind of treated poorly, but in essence, if you're running an effective affiliate program, they are they're your ground troops, right? And you need to be able to treat them well because they're bringing in the sales, and so be thankful to them, show gratitude, thank them here and there for when they're doing well and when they do nice things, right? One of the other things that you need to communicate with your affiliate is if you have any deals going on. So say you have an upcoming 4th of July sale, or if you're planning a holiday season sale, you need to make sure that you communicate with them with the visual assets. We'll talk about that shortly, any creatives and discounts or promotions that are coming up so that they're aware of it, so that they can send them to specific pages on your website that talk about those promotions. And also communicate with them whether or not you're going to be giving discounts away to your customer base or to the public that are going to compete with the affiliates' discounts. So, for example, in many affiliate programs, you will actually say to the affiliate, here goes a discount code or a promotional code, and any people you send to my website with this link can use this code, and they'll get, say, 5% off of their deal, right? Because now that's the incentive for someone to buy from the affiliate as opposed to directly from you. And that means the affiliate has some immediate benefit to give to the potential buyers from them as opposed to from anyone else. Well, if you put out a discount code for 10% off of your product for sale on your website, well, now the affiliate can't beat that, because as soon as someone goes to their website and instead of using the affiliate's promotional code, your website has a big banner that says, hey, we have our upcoming 4th of July sale, use this promotional code for 10%. And now that negates the affiliate's sale, right? Because you're not going to give 15% off of the product, or you're not going to give 10% off the product and then give the affiliate their affiliate commission. That wouldn't make sense. Now the affiliate is basically sending you traffic but not getting a benefit for it, and that's going to compromise your relationship with them. So communicate these things with them and figure out how much, you might decide, anytime I send my email newsletter out to my audience, we're going to offer this discount. And you can tell the affiliate that, right? And just be upfront. And they're going to know that these are people who are already on your email list. You've done the hard work of garnering them as a part of your email marketing list. You're allowed to do what you want with them there, but you're not going to publish publicly that same discount on social media and on your website and other places, because obviously that doesn't benefit and doesn't motivate your affiliate to bring in business. Okay, so just think about ways in which you're communicating with your affiliate to make sure that you're having a good relationship. Okay, so a little bit about affiliate commissions, because this is really important. This is very similar to the advertising space, right? So we talk about pay-per-click, we talk about CPM, or cost per thousand views, we talk about CPA, cost per action. Well, in the affiliate world, it's actually very similar in the sense that the first type of commission that you would probably pay them is is basically for a click. And this is very similar to cost per click, or PPC, CPC advertising. And what we do is you can pay your affiliate for any time that someone clicks on one of the links on their properties, whether that be their Twitter profile, whether that be on their website, blog, podcast, or otherwise, and that directs a click over to your website. Okay, so that's how much traffic are you able to send to my website. And if your website has a very high conversion rate, that means that a lot of people, most people, when they come to your website, buy something from you once they get there. Then pay-per-click or clicks is a potentially inexpensive way, because you're going to pay less for pay-per-click than you are for the others for getting sales, right? So if you have a really high conversion rate, then pay-per-clicks might work for you. Next up are pay-per-leads, and in the pay-per-leads mechanism, someone does something to show interest that allows you to be able to interact and engage with them, and that means that the affiliate has in the retail world, they got them through the door, right? So they showed up in your retail space. That's a pay per lead, and so that means that they've actually completed some kind of form. There's not a sale, but they've completed some kind of form. They've done some kind of action, and they get paid some amount for having gotten the lead to you. Okay. And then finally is a pay-per-sale, right? And this is obviously the best way to set up affiliate commission, but not the only way, right? Because the prior two are there. But pay-per-sales is someone clicked on a link, they get taken to your website, and they go through the e-commerce shopping cart program, and it's a sale, right? And that leads all back to the affiliate, and the affiliate makes either a flat rate or a percentage based on the actual sale generated, right? So those are your options with regard to affiliate commissions, and there are tiered rewards. Basically, you could say to an affiliate, if you make 3 sales this month, you make 1%. If you make 6 sales this month, then you get thrown up to all of your commissions now go to 6%. If you make 9 sales this month, then it goes up to 3%, and we'll give you 3% on all of your sales for the month. So you can actually tier these rewards to incentivize your affiliates to sell more, right? Because the more productive those sales affiliates are or associates are, then they're going to produce more sales for you, which is a good thing all around. All right, let's talk a little bit about managing and supporting affiliates, and then we're going to hop over to some of these tools. All right, so the best affiliate managers, and that means you, are affiliates themselves. And what I say that because it's usually important for you to be in the system as much as possible so that you can see how it's working for the people who are selling for you. So I would highly recommend that you either become an affiliate for another product or service that you already use and recommend to people, right? That would be one way to do it. Or sign up as an affiliate once you set up your own affiliate program so that you're experiencing what others are doing. And I usually recommend to people that they actually become an affiliate of their own program and go through that whole process of getting that first sale as their own affiliate to see what the experience is like. Because then if the experience is good for you, you're on solid ground. If the experience was poor for you, then you have some work to do, right? But the best affiliate managers are affiliates themselves. So just take that to heart. When you're managing and supporting affiliates, you need to be able to provide the affiliates with tools. And these, again, are typically built into programs. For example, some programs have Chrome, web browser extensions that produce the links for the affiliates on the fly, or they have them built into a dashboard so that affiliates can access those tools to be able to create links, because they don't want to just create links to your homepage of your website. That doesn't really convert people. But if they could take them to a specific product on your page, that's really helpful. And you want to be able to help them create that link. So when I say tools, I mean really link building tools so that you can create effective URLs for the affiliates quickly and easily. Next up are creative assets. This is where a lot of the work actually comes into being an affiliate manager, which is you're going to need to have either a graphic designer, or you can use a tool like Canva, Canva.com. It's a free graphic design tool. And what it allows you to do is to create banner ads and other kinds of creative graphics. You might want to create some Instagram posts, some Twitter images, some Facebook images as well that are promoting your business, and it has the affiliate's information on it. And then the affiliate will link to that with the links they've created from their link sharing tool, right? And that then they'll post. They've got their link, and now people can click on that link or click on the image that's linked to your website through their affiliate link and generate the sale. So there's also discount codes if you're producing discount codes on your website. Now, you also have to recognize that you need to be monitoring discount codes through your system or through some other means. And this is really a factor because there are websites like Retail Me Not and many others that actually go out on the web and they do nothing but look for discount codes, and they collect them all together. And you can lose a lot of money in e-commerce if you're not effectively managing and shutting down expired discount codes or discount codes that can be doubled up in your system so that you can use multiple discount codes at once. So just be aware that if you're going to have an effective affiliate program, make sure that you're managing those discount codes with your affiliates effectively as well. There's of course sales support. You want to make sure that you're handling the affiliate support as well as sales support well. And you'll have to determine whether or not you send an affiliate email newsletter. Okay, so that's just something you'll have to decide upon. And this is where you can communicate to them weekly deals, monthly deals, seasonal deals, some promotional codes that might be going out, links to their creatives, and discount codes, and so on and so forth. And then you want to have an ability to report to your affiliates, because there's nothing more demotivating than for affiliates to be sending you traffic to your website and it just goes into a black hole. They have no idea whether or not they're making sales. They have no idea whether the traffic they're using is converting. You need to be monitoring this and providing a feedback mechanism. And again, the tools most often will do this for you, but you need to make sure it exists so that they're able to see, oh, you know what? I sent, 170 clicks over to the website. Not a single one of them became a sale this month. What am I doing wrong? How do I fix that? And maybe you see that. Maybe you see an affiliate send you 1,000 clicks in a given week and not a single sale. Well, now you have to have a conversation with that affiliate because they're doing something right and your website's not doing something right. And they may not be doing something right, which is maybe they're telling the expectation is set wrong. Maybe the affiliate is telling them something that they can do on the website that they can't do. And maybe the affiliate thinks that somebody can do something on your website to convert them, and they can't do it. And that's because you told them they could. And when they get to the website, something's broken. So you need to be in that conversation, that communication with your affiliate to make sure you're having the right conversations. That comes down to looking at the reports. All right, so we're going to hop out now and spend the rest of our time just looking at some examples and some tools that I think will be really helpful to you in developing this. So most of these major websites that we're on right now have an affiliate program. In this particular case, we're actually on Walmart's affiliate program, and I don't really care about which ones we're on, more so than I'm going to give them to you so you can look at them yourselves. So in this particular case, we're at affiliates.walmart.com, and this is the landing page. This is the page that I told you that you should create for your own website. Now, again, if you use some of these platforms, they will create these for you. But if you don't have one produced for you, you're going to need to create one. And you can see this is a very, very simple site, right? They have the Walmart affiliate logo, so it's going to be your business logo up here. They have home, their tools, creatives, there's ad management and reporting, right? And a login. You won't have an API, don't worry about that. They have this slider that goes through the various things that they have. See, they have a Chrome extension where people can install the Chrome extension who are affiliates. And then anytime they're browsing the Walmart website, they can click on the little extension, they get a link, and now they get to go out there and put the creatives in front of, the visual assets in front of their audience with the link, or put it on their website. And when people click on it, they get the referral click through, right? They have this very basic, 3-step process here, right? You can apply, and they have an application form. I'd highly recommend that you just go through the process so you can see what questions that Walmart asks, because I'm presuming that Walmart's going to do it right because they have the resources to make that happen. So using them as an example is one example. You can go ahead and do that. Obviously, they have an approval process, right? So affiliates are not just signing up and immediately becoming affiliates, and then the final process where they can generate their ads and start marketing campaigns, right? They have a terms of service and conditions and security and privacy policy, FAQs, benefits, and a contact us page. And I just wanted to show you a couple things here on it. One, here we're at the benefits page, and what's really helpful is they actually publish their referral fee schedule. So if you're in the retail space, you can actually go through here and look at what they're paying in terms of baseline offers, right? And they actually have all of their, kind of structure and commission and everything kind of outlined for you. So you can say, okay, well, I sell music. They pay 1%, baseline commissions for music. So that gives you at least an idea in your industry for what you're selling, for what Walmart is paying. So it's just a good piece of data point. It's a piece of data that you can use in deciding how to do that. Also, their frequently asked questions, I wouldn't say copy and paste it onto your website, to your referral program, but you can use these as templates to write your own, right? Because these are the questions that people are using. One thing that we realized when we come to Walmart is that they're actually using link share, and I'm going to show you their website very shortly. So they're using the Rakuten link share platform for their entire affiliate program. So that tells you a piece of information. Walmart doesn't even run it themselves because they've just chosen to have someone else do it for them. But by reading through their FAQs, you can see what kinds of questions people ask and what kinds of answers Walmart gives for those things. Okay. Terms and conditions. One of the things here is you're going to need a very healthy terms and conditions. Again, you can go to an attorney, local attorney who can help you with this. You can find samples online, like here on Walmart's affiliate program. But the thing I wanted to scroll down and show you was here. Note that Walmart has decided to publish a list of examples of impermissible keywords, what they call fat finger domains, and variations of trademarks that can't be bidded on. So this comes down to the fact that if you are spending advertising dollars at any given time for particular things, and they might be specific keywords for your products, right? So like if you sell baby toys, you might be using baby toys as a keyword on Google AdWords or on Facebook or Instagram ads. Well, you don't want your affiliates to be also doing advertising campaigns for those same keywords. You don't want to be competing with them for those things. So you can actually, in your terms of service, make it a violation of the agreement for them to be able to use those, as well as using your name or variations of your brand name. Okay, so I would very much recommend that you read through these. I mean, they talk about RSS feeds and other kinds of things that you may not think about, but are really important functions when it comes to this kind of technology that can be used and sometimes abused when it comes to affiliates. So check out Walmart's terms of service. Best Buy does the same thing. This is just a good example of Best Buy and their affiliate program. If you go, by the way, if you just go to walmart.com, bestbuy.com, target.com, scroll down to the bottom of their pages, and you will likely find their affiliate program link, so you can see all of these things. I just wanted to show you a few examples so you had an idea. But here goes the Best Buy website. Here goes the Best Buy affiliate program. And again, they give you a little bit of information, how to join, and frequently asked questions. Again, notice here, they use link share. So they kind of do that for you, giving you an idea that Linkshare is the dominant player in the market, and they give you some banner examples, so you can see if Best Buy is giving away these, what looks like 9 different banner ads. Well, you might want to match that by creating those in Canva so that your affiliates have access to those creatives as well. On Best Buy's website, they actually give you this healthy FAQ, which is super helpful, and you should read them. Okay, like including like When will I get paid? Best Buy pays on a monthly basis. They don't pay on weekly, right? Your initial payment will come 60 days after your first Best Buy sale. Like once you read through some of these things, you get a pretty good idea about how to manage your own program, and it's super helpful. So I really highly recommend that. Okay, now we're on Target's affiliate website. For some reason, I couldn't find it on their main page, so I had to go to affiliate.target.com to find theirs. But either way, I was told that there was a link at the bottom of the page, but I couldn't find it. So just go to affiliate.target.com. And again, they give us some really good information right here on their homepage. They have a FAQ. They show you how the sign-up process works, and I would recommend, again, just going through it so that you can see what others are experiencing going to these major providers of associate programs and seeing what those affiliates experience and making sure that yours feels the same. But if we go over to their affiliate FAQ, again, they have some really, really fine detail here. They explain to you what a cookie is. You're going to need to know what a cookie is and how long a cookie is going to last, and many other of these some kind of technical terms that I don't have time today in the webinar to talk about. So check out Target's there. We're actually currently now on, I believe, Amazon's website associates program. Yeah. And if we go to Amazon's, again, go to amazon.com, scroll all the way to the bottom and look for the associates program. And here they again give us some commission rates. So if Walmart's referral fee schedule didn't really give you enough information, you can go ahead and check out that here and see whether these percentages don't fit your industry and if they're helpful or not. Okay. Now I wanted to just very quickly go through in the remaining minutes, and then I'll take any questions, is some of the platforms that you can use. And so there are really only a few that are out there in the market worth their muster. The first is a website called Commission Junction, which was purchased by Conversant or something like that a few years back. But if you go to cj.com, catjoseph.com, you'll be taken here, and they actually have the function I was talking about earlier, which is called pay per call. So if your business is really heavily phone sales based, you can actually find affiliates who can generate phone calls to your business, and then that tracks the sales. Okay, so Commission Junction is going to charge you some kind of upfront fee. Then they're going to charge you, of course, a percentage of the sales, and then they pay the affiliate directly from the fees that they charge you. Okay, so they handle everything. They have a huge publisher database, basically affiliates who are looking for businesses like yours, and so they kind of do it all for you. They're going to be obviously pricey for that reason, but look at what their their system looks like, and if it makes sense for you, it makes sense for you, right? Next up is Rakuten. So again, we looked at Best Buy and Walmart. Both of them use this company for their system. So this is called LinkShare, and it's brought to you by Rakuten, which is a very large internet company out of Japan. And so they're the same. They have a huge pool of affiliates. They have all of the technology components to help you as a business, and they put the two of you together. And so they probably have a monthly or an initial fee, and then an ongoing cost, which will include the payouts to your affiliates. Okay, so Rakuten, you can find them by going to linkshare.com. Next up are the next few. ShareASale is definitely a good runner-up. They handle all kinds of affiliate programs, but you can become a merchant on the program and that kind of thing. So ShareASale, again, I think again they have an upfront fee, and then you pay your affiliates pay them and the affiliates out of some monthly fee based on the sales that they bring. ClickBank is also one of those major sites. I don't know very much about them. I have not gotten a very good vibe from just browsing their website over the years. It looks just very multi-level marketing and weird to me. But from reading the text, it sounds like they're fairly solid. They do a competent job, and they seem to have very good reviews. So I don't know, but clickbank.com, you can check them out. Just a few more, and then we'll be closing out. So, and ClickBank does have a really healthy resources section. So I would definitely check that out. Next up are for sites that you're looking to run on WordPress or Shopify, and Affiliately, spelled on screen, Affiliatly, affiliately.com. They actually have a program for being able to help you connect, and they integrate with Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento, WooCommerce, which is the shopping, the cart tool built for WordPress, built by the same people as WordPress, Squarespace. So in essence, if you have one of these, website platforms, you can integrate Affiliately, and they, in essence, make it really easy for you. They have basic pricing to help you get things going, and they're pretty affordable for small business. So if you're looking for just a very basic, easy to use tool, Affiliately does the job, and I've run them through the paces, and they seem to do a really good job with it. They showed me several demos. Then, if you are running a WordPress website specifically, and you want to be able to run the entire affiliate program inside your WordPress installation, there are actually two different plugins. One's free and one is a fee-based one. The first one's called WP Affiliate Manager, and that's actually its website, wpaffiliatemanager.com. And it's a completely free solution. You install it, you do everything you need to do, and then you manage the payouts from the system. You have to set it up, all of that fun stuff. So you can talk to your web developer if you're not comfortable with the technology, but you can go ahead and have them set it up. And as you can see here, you set it up and it runs all inside of your WordPress database. Okay. And then this one's called Affiliate WP, and this is looking if you want a well-supported platform that is going to do some really kind of fancier things. For example, it does one-click PayPal payouts. It helps you track lifetime commissions if you want to allow your affiliates to receive commissions on all future purchases by the customer, tiered affiliate rates, recurring referrals for subscription and membership fees, and that kind of thing. It has some really, really sophisticated functionality that you're not going to find in the other plugin. This one does have an annual fee, or you can pay a lifetime fee. If you pay the lifetime fee over 5 years, I think it's like $8.33 a month. So that makes it very affordable, but you have to put up that front investment of about $500, or you can pay the $250 per year, going forward, but you do have to get the pro add-on if you're going to use Affiliate WP. And you can, of course, find that at affiliatewp.com. And so those are some of the tools. I know I ran through them very quickly, but they're as long as you caught the names, you can go look at them and figure them out. And we talked about all of that. And so Q&A.
Thanks, Ray. Well, right now, the only question we have is about sending out the link when it's ready. And when we have the recording done, we'll definitely post it on the Virginia SBDC website. So I'm going to go ahead and close out the webinar. If anybody else has questions, please type them in the question window. Thanks, everyone, for participating today. Today's webinar, as I mentioned, was recorded, and it'll be posted on the Virginia SBDC website under live webinars and recordings. Tomorrow, you'll be receiving a follow-up email on the webinar, and there'll be an evaluation link in it. If you please help us to continue to improve our training by taking the time to complete the evaluation, we'd appreciate it. If you want to fill out the evaluation now, I put it into the chat window. The link to it. And our next webinar is on April 19th, and it's Instagram Stories, how to take advantage of storytelling with Instagram. We do have one question, and that is, does this work for services?
The short answer is yes. Again, as long as someone can make a sale, buy from you through your website, the answer is yes.
Okay.
So if you have any specific questions, like I said, go ahead and email me. I'll be happy to answer questions there.
Great. Well, we don't have any other questions, so we'll go ahead and close this out, Ray. Thank you very much.